Hello, Intelexx here, and I am here with your light and love of the day. As you can see, I am on the move, okay? But as is life, we got to keep moving regardless of what the situation or circumstances are, all right? And sometimes we might not feel like doing it. Sometimes we might not have that juice in our cup to keep going. And so I want to talk to you about how. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Is y'all ready? So I want to talk to you about how motivation gets you started, but inspiration is what keeps you going. Now, a lot of times we think that we could just go off of motivation and be okay. That's not the case. Because there are going to be times where we're not going to be motivated to do anything. We are not going to be motivated to get up out the bed, let alone do anything that we have planned. Okay, so one thing that I want you all to remember is it is okay to not have the energy to want to do things. It is okay to not be in that mindset, in that spirit, but don't stay there. Don't stay there, because at the end of the day, it's not about your motivation, because that's the first step. That's to qualify you to get into the running to be your best self, to be successful in life. And in whatever it is that you want to accomplish, whatever goals you want to reach, whatever milestones you want to check off of your list, when it comes to having that mentality, make sure that whatever it is that you do, you're putting your all into it. The ones who are the greats had days when they didn't feel like doing it, right? The best athletes didn't always feel like working out. The best coaches didn't feel like coaching. The best writers didn't feel like writing. The best actors or actresses didn't feel like acting, but that didn't stop them. Because when those moments come and you're not motivated and you don't know what's going on, then that's when you have to pull from your why. And that should be what inspires you to be your best self and to do your best work, regardless of what it is, right? Sometimes we got to do what we don't like to get to where we want to be. And that's just life, okay? So that's something that I want you all to think about. Like, motivation is the starters, right? When you are in school, and I'm just speaking from my own experience because I've been in school for a long time, okay? Yeah, I've been in school. But when it comes to going to school, is well, in college specifically, you have what's called prerequisites, meaning you have to take certain classes before you unlock other classes that you need in order to graduate. And so the prerequisite when it comes to being successful is having motivation to start, but gaining inspiration to keep going. Now, inspiration should always be there regardless of what you do. That should be your underlying factor. That should be your motivation, is your inspiration. That's how it should be, but not all the time is it like that. And that's quite all right, because we are all a work in progress. We are all going to get there, right? And so something that I want you to remember is that it's okay not to be motivated, but it's not okay not to be inspired. What inspires you? Who inspires you? All right, because whatever field that you're in, there are giants in every field. Are you studying those giants? Do you have role models or people that inspire you? What are you doing about it? Are you allowing their life to be a testament for you? Are you allowing your life to be a testament for someone else? Because regardless of what phase you're on or where you're at in your life, people are watching you, whether you realize it or not. What are you doing to show them that you're on the right path? Because at the end of the day, you are responsible for a certain number of people who are following you. So if you are not walking as your best self, then what exactly are you doing? And if you stop every time you're not motivated, what are you doing? Because no one is ever motivated 100% of the time. I'm not motivated 100% of the time. I'm inspired all of the time, right? I think about my why all of the time, and that's what keeps me going. Okay. My why being a walking testimony, being able to help other people, being able to pour into others, being able to fulfill my mission in life and my purpose by continuing to walk and having that discipline. That's what's necessary. Okay. Everybody is not going to like being disciplined because it feels like you're being punished. But when you are walking in discipline, it looks good. People compliment people that have serious and supreme discipline because it looks like it's right, because that's how it should be. We should all want to practice a disciplined life, whether or not we succeed or fail at it. Discipline should be at the top of our list. And what discipline looks like is doing the same thing every single day, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what happens, regardless of what comes your way, to still maintain that same structure no matter what. So, for instance, a disciplined person will get up at the same time every single day, regardless of when they go to sleep, regardless of if they're sick, regardless of all of that, right? A disciplined person will keep the same schedule. A disciplined person will maintain the same order, the same, I don't want to say structure again, but someone who will maintain that level. So let's say Kobe Bryant, may he continue to rest in peace. He did 2, 3, 4, 5 workouts a day when most people were only doing just 1 or 2 at the most. That is supreme discipline at its finest, because regardless of whether he got sick, regardless of broken bones or fractures or whatever, he was in that gym. He even worked out. He was on the court in the game, hurt, and walked out while being hurt, but he didn't stop in the middle of the game. He waited until the end, and then he walked out and had to get sat down. That's discipline. It's mind over matter. So it doesn't matter what happens at the end of the day. Motivation is the starting point. You can go many places being motivated, but that's not going to take you where you want to go. You need to have that inspiration, and you need to have that dedication, that discipline, and wisdom to know how to navigate through when you don't feel a certain way. Feelings change, okay? But your purpose should not. Your why should not. Period. All right. Well, that's all that I wanted to share with you all. You know, if you need any assistance, if you want to elevate from one level to the next, go to Intelexx.com, where you can be in the know, on the know, see things. Let us help you. We have free consultations and so much going on at Intelexx. Go to Intelexx.com and see exactly what we got going on. And if you want to be a part of the intellectual community, go to the Mighty Networks app, download it, create your account, search for the Artrepreneurs Hub, and we are right there. All right, so thank you once again for tuning in to this month's Light and Love of the Day. Again, motivation is what gets you started, but inspiration is what's going to keep you going. And I want you to remember that you can do anything you set your mind to, so don't limit yourself, because the only limits that you have is the ones that you put on you. All right, so take them limits off. It's past the sky that you can achieve anything. Just set it in your mind and go after it. Work like hell to get it. All right, so until next time, I hope you have an amazing day and an awesome rest of your week.